What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Nut Yard here, open mic style. I was not actually huffing paint fumes, but I was painting my Enterprise D Starship Enterprise when I saw the news pop up that Three Figures are out for this 25-year anniversary Hot Toys celebration, and I was gonna make 3 videos, and then I thought I don't have that much time left in the day. I need to go to bed at some point. As you guys can see, I am tired, but I have a special guest here with me today as well. Probably, I would say, a Wolverine expert. So stick around. Let's talk a little bit about this in open mic style. So if you guys have questions, comments, put it in the chat. Let's talk about it, and let's get to the nut yard.
I come up with all my best stuff in the bathroom at work. I use this program to import the recordings I make on my phone. It actually quantize everything, backup instruments, and then finally I use the auto-tune.
I mean, it's almost Wednesday. It's almost Wednesday anyways. It's a very random South Park intro. I love you guys. Thanks for coming in. We already have 12 people here. Let's bring in the guest. The first time we've ever had an open mic style with a guest. But Mr. X-Men Supreme, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you. Good to have you here.
Man, it is a sweet, bright, sunshiny midnight.
Yeah. As soon as I saw a Wolverine was posted, I immediately thought about you, good sir. So it's funny that you were able to jump on, and then I went into the Let's Get Nuts channel, and you're like, boom, you were right there. So I was like, hell yeah, that's dope. So good to have you
Yeah,
back, man. How's life going for you?
pretty good, man. Pretty good. It is boy, ain't it a time.
Legit, you're not wrong. Both with the world and politics and all the craziness in the world, but also at the same time, it's also been kind of slow for Hot Toys lately, if I'm honest. I feel like this last 2 months I've barely really made content or videos or all of that kind of stuff. So I've been picking up other hobbies. Like I said, I was painting my Starship Enterprise. So so lame, but also so cool. I don't even care. So dude, I want to keep it relatively short today because I don't want to be on all night, but I want to chat about these figures and catch up with the chat a little bit in the open mic style, dude. Of course, if anybody has questions or comments, put them up, boys and girls, whoever's here, and we'll read them out. Let's see who's here already, though. We got a Manny Fresh 369 with an let's effing go.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
good to have you here, man. It's still the first 5 minutes, so I can't swear yet, as most of you know. But Jose Plus here with us. Hey, Ben, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here as always. Striker 47, early morning. There is no sleep when there's figures to be talked about. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Let's start with this one, because I was like, what the fuck is this? And I'm trying to swear quietly so YouTube doesn't catch me, but I don't think that's how the YouTube algorithm works. But Miles Morales, Aliens versus Avengers suit. I don't know what this is in reference to. I have played through all of the video game content. I don't think I've ever seen this suit paired up with Alien. Maybe it's a comic. You guys, if you know in the chat, let me know. This suit in the video game, sans the different symbol that's on the chest, was pretty popular. But even like the texture of this suit looks a little bit different, which is crazy. But I don't know of any Alien versus Avenger suit. And like the other piece of it, calling this as an Avenger suit is also interesting. Could this nod to the fact that maybe we'll see Miles Morales in the Avengers in the future, like, or is this just more of a toy line? So yeah, this is weird. Let's take a look here. Kirk or Kirk, sorry if I butchered that, buddy. Hey everyone, hope you're all well. Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for being here. Alien mixed with Miles Morales. Now let's see if there's some better photos. You know what, I wonder if they had extra molds of the face hugger with the other aliens, so as a result they were just like, screw it, let's put them on something else, put a spider symbol on it. I like the color, and the texture of the suit looks kind of freaking weird. This pod thing that looks like an alien. Oh, it's an actual xenomorph head that looks like it's been ripped out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
No, this
cool.
is definitely from the comics. They've been
Is
doing
this in the
that lately,
comics?
where they've got like
Okay.
aliens and DC, and they got like I just picked up the trade of Predator versus Wolverine,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
I saw that
and
one.
it's been a thing
Interesting.
lately. So it's cool to see these worlds meet up and cross over with each other. Stuff like that's always fun.
Is this something that you would try to like get? Is it like do you like have you liked the run
Nah,
enough? No.
nah. I've never really been a huge. It's weird because I've been a comics fan my entire life, but
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a huge Avengers in the comics fan. And like all of those characters, like I really enjoy them in the
That's Dave.
MCU a lot more. And yeah, but this is a really cool design though. I think it's really neat how they incorporated the xenomorph with the spider logo and did all of that. It gives them this really alien look that I think works
Mm-hmm.
for them really well.
Pretty gnarly suit. I'm just gonna take a look at the description really quickly. Now this looks like this like of these three that have come out tonight, this looks like this is going towards this 25-year celebration, right? I saw like kind of the looks like the secret base slide with that all over it. So, but I don't see that them saying that in this description right off the bat. At the very least, this is saying this is limited quantity to 1,500 units. So not a ton of this guy. If this is one that you're looking for, I mean, if you're a Spider-Man or Morales collector, like hell yeah, and especially if you've read the comics. Newly developed mask and head with 3 pairs of interchangeable eyepieces. So that's pretty cool. Pearlescent white colored elastic fabric material. I wonder what that's going to be like in terms of posability. Detailed face hugger shaped symbiote with a symbiote pattern and a spider emblem on the chest. 8 pieces of interchangeable hands. Accessories include 6 strings of webbing, various shapes and lengths. Blah, blah. I mean, it's cool. I do like the purple. I mean, that goes back to just Miles Morales in general, right? I think color wise. Here's
Oh yeah.
the slide with everything. It's pretty freaking cool. We'll give it that. But 1,500 is not a lot to chase for when there's just been
No.
so many other things starting to especially finally release lately. I don't know about you,
Oh
man, but I feel
yeah.
like I've got a tidal wave of releases coming here
Yeah, that's a good
pretty
number for a
soon.
figure like this, though, because this is one of
Yeah.
those that it's a certain select number of people who are familiar enough with this
Mm-hmm.
to want to have it in their collection. This is good for an exclusive, I think.
100%. Yomo says, looks like this would pair nice with the anti-venom suit. 100%, dude. In fact, that's kind of what I thought it was at first. I thought maybe they were reusing just bits and pieces of several different figures, including that anti-venom look. But
The old
that's pretty
Spider
cool.
Milk Squad.
Look at the bunching around the legs and crotch there, though. That is unsightly.
Yeah,
Like,
it's hard to get away from
god
that, isn't
damn.
it, with stuff
It
like
is.
this?
Co-articulation. It is hard. And I mean, like, people give, and myself included, like, I just made fun of it, right? But people give, you know, superhero costumes a bit of a bad rap when it comes to the figures because they're like, oh, like, look at the creases and blah, blah, blah. Basically, exactly what I just said. But then if you watch the films, like, the Spider-Man suits on film still have creases in it when they're bending and folding and stuff. It's only the CGI bits where they can wipe some of that out sometimes. But
Oh
I
yeah.
think it still adds an element of realism. It's just that material at this size is tough to work with too, right? So
Oh, definitely, definitely. If he were
I
a
don't know. I
full
think
scale figure like the size of a human, then these creases would still be there. They would be much more minimized and they wouldn't be as, damaging.
mhm.
But that's fabric at scale, what are you gonna do?
I think it's also funny, dude, that like when the 25-year celebration slide went up on the Hot Toys page the other day, uh, I kind of even on tonight's Collecting Weekly show, we were all kind of making fun of the fact that like, we hope that Hot Toys does something cool, but like we'll probably get another Iron Man and probably another Spider-Man and sure enough, 2 of the 3 for tonight are very much exactly that, right? Just repainted or variants of a lot of what we already have, if I'm being honest. So while I'm excited to see new stuff finally, something more to talk about, but also I was still kind of hoping maybe for a Reeves 2.0. We'd floated
That
earlier
would
on
have
the
been
show,
great.
like, can you imagine if they could go back to like a George Lucas and Stormtrooper outfit? Like, I think that was one of Dean's suggestions. Even though he also followed that up with, well, Disney owns Star Wars now, so they're probably not going to make a George Lucas. But hey,
Nope.
you never know, right? There's so much random shit. I even went back on the show and looked at like 2000s movies just to see if I could draw any inspiration. But there's it like like Castaway and some of those movies from then, but not a lot of like figure worthy stuff. I don't
Can
think.
you
So.
imagine a 6 scale Wilson?
Six scale Wilson. 100%, dude. Yeah, I mean Mitchell Lawrence calls it out too, right? No Ripley, Dutch, Terminator 1, Star Wars Hoth. Like there are so many things that they could have done to go and be like, dude, like this is a 25-year celebration, right? Speaking of celebration, we got another special guest with us, launching himself into the panel. You love to see it. We got Mister One Adam 12th. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah,
Good to see you,
buddy.
man.
Hey, I don't know if some of these figures are good enough to get me out of bed, but you doing a live stream with you guys got me off. So you know what? I'll come on for a couple minutes before I go to bed here.
Hell
How you
yeah.
guys doing?
Good, man. We're keeping it pretty short tonight, but I didn't necessarily feel like talking to just myself at the screen, so I'm happy you guys could join us as always. And I was surprised because with 3 figures going all up within 15 minutes, I was like, what video do I make? What character will people care about most? Personally, I think it's probably the Wolverine that I think most people will want to talk about. But who knows? What do you think of this? What do you think of this Spider-Man? And are you excited with what we're seeing for this 25-year anniversary, or how are you feeling?
Have we reached the 5 minute limit where I would
We are
demonetize you?
past the five. We are past the 5 minute limit. Yep.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I just watched the new episode of Alien Earth, and I love that
Oh,
show.
yeah.
So highly encourage that. So I like the concept of it. I'm not familiar with the comic, but to me, I love Spider-Man, but I'm more a traditionalist and either like the traditional colors, blue, red, and maybe like the black suit. To me, this is like cum suit Spidey meets the aliens. So
Jesus. I'm never gonna see it any other way now. You hate to see it.
I like the concept a lot. I mean, that's kind of cool. They put the face hugger there. This isn't for me, but I am.
1,500
There's one
units.
figure here I'm definitely very excited about.
No, me too. Yeah, me too. We'll get to it for sure. By the way, X-Men, you called it out, but I didn't actually realize before literally just this second that this was actually the comic line as well. It's got the comic line symbol at the bottom. I didn't even notice that, so that makes a lot more sense. I was like, how did you know this was the comic line so quickly? Yeah, smoke less weed, or huff less paint thinner while painting Enterprises. Also, this seam down the crotch here, very unsightly. Also in this photo, it might just be the lighting. His hands look like they're a slightly different shade of white, which is odd. So yeah, same in that angle too. Yeah, I think they're just slightly wider. Which I think
Always
would
the
be
Mickey
super-
Mouse hands with Spidey. This just
That's
can't get
right.
away from it.
Mitchell Lawrence says, I have the Avengers versus Alien comics, but this Spider-Man is still a pass. Let us know. Are those worth the read, buddy? Let us know. I'd be curious. Jose Plus says, do you guys think this is a response to InArt putting those Walking Dead figures up for PO? No, I don't
Absolutely.
think so. You think so?
Well, I think they definitely have plans to do these figures clearly because they are already produced or near production. I think these are coming out September 29th at Secret Base. But yeah, I think they're very smart in their marketing. That they have stuff in the drawer, and whenever InArt comes out with something, they reach into the drawer and pull it out and say, "Oh, by the way, slap, here you go." And the brown suit Wolverine, I believe that alone is enough to change the conversation and get people excited, just because that is such an in-demand figure. I mean, people have been talking for a long time since the movie came out. I would love to get a brown suit Wolverine figure.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't think it's a response is because they're very vastly different character IPs, and so like I do like what you said though about changing the conversation, because you're right. The most exciting news on our show sheet tonight on Collecting Weekly was the Walking Dead figures from Minart. Like the Negan photo created a little controversy, but both figures still look really great. I think if you're big Walking Dead fans, you're probably going to get them anyways, though, and still be excited about it anyways, despite this announcement today. And they had already teased the Hot Toys 25 year anniversary, like it was a week ago, or at least within the last week, I think, right? So we knew something was coming. But you're right in terms of it changing the conversation.
Because they, I guess these go on sale the 29th of September, and now these were ready to go. But I think what they did is they saw, well, Inart came out with their pre-order announcement for the Walking Dead figures. So maybe they're going to announce these next week or a couple days beforehand, and they have these ready to go. Just like a few weeks ago, there was the rumor that they were going to come up with the Black Widow figure, but it was going to come out in September. So when Inart announced the pre-order for Wonder Woman, somehow that day or the next day, suddenly, oh, here we go. Here's a Black Widow, when everything was geared to come out like a week or two later. So they had it ready to go, but I think sometimes they hold these things and they pick their moments for maximum PR value, and certainly to change the conversation. You know, their competitor has something. It's smart business. I don't blame them for it.
You know what? You changed my mind. I think that's a fantastic point. Yeah, you and Jose kind of saying similar things here. It's not about the IP, it's about changing the narrative. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought about it that way, if I'm honest. But, like, yeah, I mean, I could see that, because this definitely will change the rest of the conversation for the week. Walking Dead, for me, has been dead for a long time in my heart. Honestly, it's been dead ever since Negan killed Glenn. Really kind of died after that for me, and which is weird, because I mean, Glenn wasn't even necessarily my favorite character. It just I felt almost unnecessarily over the line for me at that point, and I was just done with it. But I also still did always think Rick Grimes was pretty freaking cool, despite some of his moments throughout the series that I saw anyways, and I would have collected him. And with Daryl, I think that could be a cool display. I'd also love to see a Michonne from Walking Dead at some point with, you know, some zombies in tow or something like that with her big sword. But at the same time, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Wolverine all on the same day, of course, that's going to attract some attention. So great points, dude. Great points. If you don't mind me asking, guys, we have 32 people watching already. Thanks for being here in the Nut Yard. Open mic style. If you guys have any questions or comments, throw them in the chat. I'll try to get to as many as I can. If you don't mind hitting the like button, that would be also badass. I definitely appreciate that. Funky Cold Santa with us here. Abraham Ford was my guy. Mitchell Lawrence says The Walking Dead is long dead as well. And one last thing, Striker 47 we got here as well says, I see the Spider-Man figure being like the Purple Rain Spider-Man. You won't have to wait in the queue to pre-order this. Yeah, I'd be curious. I mean,
yeah, probably not.
What is it? 1,500's not that many though, but you're probably not wrong. Let's look at the next one here, guys. What's next? Do you guys want to talk about Wolverine, or do you want to talk about Iron Man?
No, let's go to Frosty Man first.
You want to go Frosty Man? All right, let's do it. Let's see. Oh, I love how the comments are like, wow, love seeing this. Yay, another Iron Man. Holy cow, riveting news. Iron Man Mark IV Sub-Zero Fractal armor in the house.
He looks like he's made of snow. It's great.
He does actually look like he's made of snow. I don't hate this, if I'm being fully honest. I think the color scheme looks pretty good. I do like the fractal nature of the figure, like in terms of like how it captures light at different angles. I think it was our buddy Zach Collecting Weekly was saying he really wanted the fractal armor, like the last version that came out, just because of how it was looking for people, or blogger photos at the very least in hand. So I think this looks dope. Again, I think it's kind of funny that the joke was that we're probably going to see an Iron Man and a Spider-Man, and you know, maybe a Heath Ledger Joker again for the 25th anniversary, and at least two of those were correct. I haven't had a chance to look at this. Adam, I'll let you give your take, buddy, while I flip through some photos and have a better look. What do you think of this one popping up?
I mean, I love Iron Man. I got 6 Iron Man figures, but I gotta wonder, do the staff at Hot Toys, did they even kind of collectively like roll their eyes? Oh, another Iron Man. Here we go, cash grab. The other fractal armor, I just looked. The other fractal armor Iron Man, which was supposed to be limited to a few thousand to 3,000 units, Actually, I'm like, it does. It's a limited quantity of 3,000 units. The original Fractal armor that's still for sale at Sideshow.
It's still
FYI.
for sale.
Yes.
Damn.
Limit
That's not good.
and by the way, it's limit one per customer,
Oh, really? Okay.
but it's still for sale.
Still for sale. Still for sale. This is 2,500
So-
units. So I mean, it's a few less.
I my psychic power says a repeat of that one. So
Well, this
What?
is great that you have an Iron Man for every holiday now, right? Like you got the Fractal
That's
Iron Man
true.
for New Year's. This one you can put a carrot on his face and call him Christmas Iron Man.
yeah, that's true.
Christmas. This would look good with a Santa hat.
Put him on the
One for
tree.
Valentine's Day.
JV says, is Wolverine limited? I'm not sure. I haven't looked close enough yet, but we'll look here in a
3,000, I
couple
believe the
minutes.
number was.
Yeah.
Cool. 3,000. God damn. This doesn't scream Christmas as much to me, though. I mean, like, I get what you're saying in terms of the snowy look, but I still think it looks pretty cool.
He does look cool.
It's hard, right? Because on one hand, I think the reason I want to be critical is I want other types of options, right? I want to get really excited for some of these announcements, and so when you see some of the things like this that feel like repaints, it's harder to be like as jazzed, because unless that was the repaint you were hoping for, that's when that like, well, it's for somebody kind of sentence applies. But for a lot of us, it seems as though that's not necessarily the case. And like there was a time for me where I had actually once considered trying to collect all of the Iron Man suits, and I am glad I did not go down that crazy ass rabbit hole, because like we'd have no money left. Like the insane collections that folks out there must have, if they're an Iron Man collector specifically, would be pretty freaking wild.
They're
And
impressive.
this is no slouch. Yeah, there are. Well, that's it, right? And now, is this one? I'm sorry, I want to go back to the description quickly. Is this a USB design or is this a battery design? Let's see.
Ooh, I know.
Because we've talked about that before, right? Like, I honestly think the next major rug pull we're going to see from Hot Toys Iron Man's or Iron Men will be the conversion to USB power.
Well, the original
or
Fractal, that was the USB, right?
I
The
don't
bases,
remember.
not the actual figure.
The base.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I think this
Yeah.
is similar.
It doesn't say USB, at least in this description.
There is an Iron
so-
Man with that, though, isn't there?
I think it was was it the Mark? No, it wasn't the Mark III.
There's a comic book one that just was announced.
Was
I
that
think
the one?
that's got that. Yeah. I don't remember
Hmm.
off the top of my head which one it was.
Oh, was it the blue stealth suit? I can't remember. Was it the stealth
I
suit
think,
2.0?
I think so.
That might have been it. But honestly, again, I think that's going to be the next major rug pull with Hot Toys Iron Man. So I also has made me want to stay away from him a little bit. JB Collection says looks like Iceman in X-Men. Yeah, a little bit.
He does kind of look. One thing I can say about the Iron Man
More
figures, with the
diamond.
exception of the neon tech ones, they're all pretty stunning to look at. They all
Yeah.
look really good. Like whether you want them or not, they are a feast for the eyes. In a lot of cases, like this is no different. This is pretty cool to look at. I could look at this for a while. I don't need it, but I like to look at it.
I mean,
Definitely.
holding the die-cast figure like that is definitely really cool. I mean,
Mm.
if you're into Marvel, everyone should have like one Iron Man figure just to like unbox it and all that. It's definitely cool. But
Definitely.
like you're saying, like I think the next thing is it's gonna be USB powered figure itself, and probably better off waiting for that. It's coming.
Agreed, buddy. Prosty Shinobi says Superior Iron Man. You mean, I don't remember what it was called. If I'm
Oh
honest, so
yeah, I think so.
you might be right though. You might be right.
The one where he's all silver and he's got the little like thing around his face. Yeah.
Honestly,
That's
that's
another
the
one
thing.
from the
There've been so
comics.
many of them; they all start to blend together. I think if I was a collector of them specifically, but I'm not, right? Like, I don't want to be fake with you guys. Fat Thai Kid inside says, "Did this cause baby?" 80% of the time, it works every time. is what I've been told. So, and what I stated, of course. I don't know. Honestly, this is not for me. I want to skip over to Wolverine if you guys are cool with it, because
Oh
at
yeah.
the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's a skip for me. Don't forget though, guys, if you are looking to collect this one, Iron Man Sub-Zero Fractal Armor, 2,500 units. Hasn't said when that's going to go up. So keep an eye out for that.
Tony the Snowman.
All right, let's look at this guy. So I will give you guys my absolute honest take. The first thing I thought of when I looked at this figure was, what's going on with his face? I think his face looks weird. It's a bit of an odd expression. And then I thought, well, maybe are my eyes playing tricks on me? Like, is this the exact same sculpt? And I'm just losing my shit. Like, it just looks weird, and because it's a blogger photo or what. So I did get a comparison photo, so I'll share that in just a second. It turns out it is definitely a different paint application at the very least. There's certainly more wrinkling in the face. The expression showing the teeth just a little bit at certain angles, I think makes him look like a crackhead. Like this one on the right-hand side, I think he kind of looks like a crackhead. I don't know what it is. It's weird. This one, don't hate that angle. This one, kind of crackhead. This one also. There's something about it that I just don't think is quite nailed, and it's a weird thing for me to say because I think that they absolutely nailed the sculpt on the yellow head here. Let me pull this other picture up. I can show you guys at least when I'm trying to show you or illustrate. Share screen. Where the hell is it? No, that's not it. No. Give me one sec, guys. Sorry about that. Here, while I pull this up. Here, I got it. No, let's see. Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like it's the same hair sculpting. That looks the same. The wrinkling in the forehead is quite different, as well as around like the eyes a little bit. Now that could be slightly different paint application, but the curvature of the lips are also different. So while I thought maybe it's the same mouth expression, it's not. Now Yomo says here it's the expression he had in the scene when he took the claws out against the Hulk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys you've seen the movie probably more than me. I've only seen it 3 times. So
yeah,
but
it's just pretty much it.
Now that I'm seeing it. So do you
He
like
looks
the
more
expression?
weathered.
Do you like the expression? Am I being too critical? What do you guys think?
I think that it's one thing, and it's like with Joker, right? There are certain things that you want from that character. Like you want Joker to laugh. You want Wolverine to rage, right? I feel like both Wolverine figures, all the Wolverine figures that we have coming up, I think one thing that they need that they're lacking is a rage face that's not masked. And I think this one particularly would have benefited from that. At least give it to one of them, because you know you're going to be able to interchange them. So,
Right.
so at least give one of them like a really angry, screaming sculpt, so you can at least have that. I don't think this is a bad sculpt. I think he looks a lot more aged in this sculpt because you got a lot more wrinkles going on, and that's how he looked in the scene too. So it's not terrible. I think one thing about this is that this figure versus the yellow suit is the yellow suit has that chest piece that gives him those traps, and this one doesn't have that. So immediately you have less stuff framing his face. So it does look a little off, partially because of that. I don't think it's a figure breaking, as people like to say, thing. My concern is more the shoulder pads than anything else.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just pulling this up here because I'm just trying to see if I can.
I'm trying to remember. I've seen the film a few times. I thought he had a mask on in that scene.
He didn't.
He didn't.
I think
No.
I think
Oh, there you go.
this
There's screenshots.
might be the shot of it, right, with the extra wrinkling. And I think if you do tilt the eyes looking up on that sculpt, this will be a lot closer to than what we're seeing with it. So yeah, you guys might be right. I think that might
One
be the
thing
reason
about
for
this,
it.
if you look at the picture at the top of there, where he's got more bulk shoulder to shoulder in the film, but he's also sloped down more with the traps. Whereas here, his shoulders are kind of flattened out more. That's one thing that Hot Toys tends to do. They tend to flatten out shoulders a lot more than they should,
Yeah.
which definitely takes away from the shape of a character's body.
Right.
So that's one thing that I think, because he looks so much more, broad in this image compared to what the figure looks like. Which
Okay.
again, it's not necessarily a figure breaking thing. If you're looking for pinpoint accuracy, you're not going to get that. But
No, of course.
I think they didn't do a terrible job. I do think that maybe the shape of the shoulders could be better. But other than that, I think they pretty well got it.
How cool would it have been if there was a claw set? And maybe there is. I haven't literally even looked at all.
Oh,
the
there
pictures
is.
yet, but
There
is
is.
there a claw set with the
Yup.
Hulk on there?
With
Yep.
the Hulk or something,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Let's get this out of here.
That's the good gimmick that they put on this, is that you got that. And it's fantastic.
That's cool. Okay, so here, let's take is
Right
this it?
there.
Let me see if I can find a better angle of it.
There's
I
an
did
image. There's an
see-
image really close up on it.
Right here.
Yeah, right
This
there.
it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I think there's one where they actually have a banner talking about it too. I think.
That's almost worth the price of admission right
I mean,
there.
we got a Hulk arm
Yeah.
right in here, and then here you go. There's a better face of it right there. I can see it a lot better. Okay, I didn't know that was in here. As I said, this is the closest look I've seen at these pictures, so that is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Props for that. That's a really. I was spitting that idea out there as like a wouldn't it be cool idea. I didn't think that they would actually do that. That is freaking cool. Fat Tie Kid says, looking at the scene when he's in the brown suit and the claws are coming out, I think they're trying to mimic that expression. I think so, because if you look at, as I said, this face here, as I said, I think it looks weird with the eyes straight on. That's why I said he's got kind of the crackhead look to him. But I think if you tilt his forehead down a little bit and have him looking up, it's that expression, at least a lot closer anyways. Because I see more of Hugh Jackman in this one on the left than I do on the right, which is interesting. And to be honest, I'm happy it's not exactly the same sculpt as we're getting with the other options, because they've already kind of rinsed and repeated that one three times now, right? With the artisan version as well as the thirst trap TVA jacket option. So Prosty says, agree, X-Men, we need Jackman angry head sculpt. That's the next step for Hot Toys. Manny Fresh, if McFarlane could put Hulk on the claws, then Hot Toys can definitely do it. That's fair. JV says, so new Hulk? I mean, yeah, but what Hulk would it be? Would it be the Avengers Hulk? I mean, that would probably be the smartest one for Hot Toys to go back to, because we didn't get a chance to really get a good look at the Hulk in the film. What do you think, Adam?
I think probably going to be from, well, you could have a 2.0 from the Avengers, but I think definitely from Spider-Man Brand New Day, because he's going to be in that. I think that's a very good chance we're going to have it next summer.
That'd be crazy.
I think this is what I'm getting. I've been waiting for a brown suit Wolverine. I do think the head sculpt for the yellow suit is better, and it's so funny. Like you're like memory is sometimes your memory's off for some reason. Like in my mind, I always thought that scene he had the mask on, so I was anticipating just showing him with the mask on when I have the figure, and the head sculpt I might jury rig it to my Days of Future Past Wolverine. I don't know, but yeah, I think I think this is a pickup for me for sure. I already have the yellow suit, so I have these two. I'm all set.
I do think this this faceplate on the right hand side here, yeah, it looks pretty good. That actually looks to me improved over the other one that we got. This is such a cool
that
effect.
mask looks good.
I mean,
It does.
I like
look
that mask
good,
a
man.
lot.
It
yeah,
looks real good. It looks really good. But you're right. I mean, Adam, in the sense of a lot of people are just getting that yellow suited one in. I know you got yours a little early. I was so jealous. I'm still waiting on Sideshow to ship mine out. But a lot of people are getting that figure. But a lot of people really liked the brown suit and they've been asking for it, right? So it doesn't surprise me that's coming this close after the fact. But I mean, does this mean we're going to still get like Short King Wolverine? Are we still going to see Calverine? Like, do you think we'll see any of the others, or do you think you guys think this is it for Wolverine from that film?
Who knows, man? They've got places they
Even
can still
Patch,
go
right?
with it.
Yeah.
They haven't
Even
made Patch yet.
Yeah.
At least Hot Toys hasn't.
Hot Toys.
But they've still got Deadpools that they could do. So who knows?
Yeah.
But I would love to have the short Wolverine, because knowing Hot Toys, they'll still make them too big, and then it'll be perfectly sized. Because that guy was like 4'10" or something like that, where Wolverine's 5'3", so he could stand to gain a few inches. But still, I would love to have that. I want a short Wolverine on my shelf. They're all too tall, all of them. Even the comic book ones are too tall.
And do you have the Hono brown suit Wolverine as well?
Oh yeah, I got all the Hono Wolverines now.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You'd still get this one, or would you
Oh,
replace
absolutely.
that one?
Nope.
You keep it in combination.
Nope. Having them all because they're still different. It's like
Right.
I keep thinking about like people who talk about the difference in Vader costumes, and the differences between Vader costumes versus the difference between Wolverine costumes. There is a huge disparity of difference there, because where with Vader you've got like maybe there's a different number of lights on his voice box, or maybe he's got a slightly different like sheen to his helmet in certain places, or maybe something slightly different shaped. There is a obvious difference between Wolverine costumes. Even when they're the same costume, you can tell the difference between like the Sideshow Tiger Stripe suit versus the Hono Tiger Stripe.
100%.
They're the same costume, but they're so different in the way that they're constructed that they're obvious. And it's the same way with the Hono brown suit versus this one. This has a bunch of different panels on it. It has the black lining that the Hono suit doesn't have. The belt is different. Everything is different. The boots are different. So it's a very obvious change, and I'm here for all of them.
I really like the cowled look on this, if I'm honest. I don't love that expression even still. I get the explanation now. It makes a lot more sense. I'm glad you guys were able to highlight the movie scene, because I can see it in the movie scene again, especially with the eyes rolled up. But I don't love the expression, so I think I would be tempted, if I were to get this, to rock the cowled look, and then maybe have the head sculpt on the yellow suited Wolverine instead.
Well,
I also
for those out there who want,
for
those out there who want a different sculpt, there is someone right now on Instagram making a rage face for these figures, and they are, I believe, limited to 15 pieces.
Oh, wow.
And for you crazy fools out there that want to spend the money, it's like $420.
That's insane.
I'm not paying that money, but if somebody wants
That's literally insane.
if somebody wants it, it's out there. So I can't imagine they're flying off the shelves based on the price. But if you want it, it's there.
Fair. It's such a little piece of ground that he's standing on here, eh? It's like
It's tiny.
Fully stand on. It's a really small piece of ground. You definitely need that figure grabber.
But look at those boots, though. Those boots are so good.
Yeah, they're cool, man. They do look really good. I love it with the cowl on. I think that's my favorite look for this look by far. It's classic brown and tan. I wouldn't say this screams tan to me, but maybe that's me. It's a little more mustard.
So,
Yeah, in the comics it tends to be, it always shifts depending on who's coloring it, but classically people call it the brown suit. Sometimes people call it the brown and tan suit. They called it brown and tan in the movie, so that's what they're calling it here, but yeah.
So Dave, when you get this, are you going to recreate that comic cover with the X-Men comic cover with the brown suit Wolverine, Black Widow, and Cap?
Oh, see, that's the thing. I already planned on doing that with the yellow suit. And now I'm looking at this. I'm like, well, I could do this one too, and maybe I'll switch them out. Because what I like about that cover is, in the actual comic, it's Black Widow in her classic gray cat suit and classic Cap, and then you got Wolverine in his brown suit. But then there are other iterations that you see, like there's the print that Sideshow did, where it's Black Widow in her black suit and Cap in a more modernized version of his classic outfit, and then Wolverine's in his tiger stripe suit. And then you've got, like, they did another iteration of that cover this year, where they kind of revisited that story. So they did another iteration of that cover. And for me, I was like, well, I'm just going to take them from different periods in the MCU and mix and match them and make them go together and have another contrasting version of that. So I've got Endgame Cap. I'm going to use this artist in Black Widow, and I'm going to use the, at least at first, I'm going to use the yellow suit from Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm going to have them tiered up. You know, I'm going to use some risers as kind of steps because they were on a staircase kind of, and have them set up like that. But then this one's coming out. I may switch it out every now and again for this one.
Yeah. Oh, good call, man. Good call. Figurecraft, Philly, good to see you, buddy. He says, we'll see a 2.0 from Avengers, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and who knows, maybe a Hono with regards to what version of the Hulk would we see. Procy here says, I'm waiting for the Bernthal Punisher. It's going to come eventually.
Yeah.
Would definitely be surprised.
Brand New Day.
Yep. JB says the suit reminds me of Daredevil, yellow suit from Hot Toys. Yeah, a little bit. I definitely see it there. Ghost Drone 98, welcome to the show, buddy. He says this Wolverine will definitely be coming home. Really hope they touch up the expression for the head sculpt a bit more. Yeah, same. Again, you guys have sold me on a little bit more. It's one of the things that I like about listening to you guys talk and seeing all the comments from everybody, because how you can see something at first and then you can see a reference photo that actually then hits and you're like, okay, I can see it a bit more. I still think he looks like a crackhead at times. But Justin McFly, positive vibes, everyone. Go figures. Like the Green Hulk, dude. Same, man. Same. Sweet card.
That is sick that they did that.
Hell yeah. Big old fern, or medium fern now. Hey boys, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in, saying what's up. Mr. Collector Joey, good to see you, buddy. Says, I feel like he was a bit slimmer in the movie. From the shoulder pads. And the shoulder pads are a bit too high.
They are a bit too high, yeah.
At least in that reference photo we looked at, he definitely looked freaking jacked in it. But yeah, like a little bit more snug maybe in the outfit. Maybe a bit of an issue, kind of like we were saying with scaling clothing earlier. X-Men, but.
Can I just do a quick shout out to Collector Joey on the 1/6 celebration last week, which is so great. All the great shows. I won a $25 gift card on his show, which I used to get my second yellow suit Wolverine, so I could have the unmasked and masked. So thank you, Joey. Appreciate it.
Speaking of which, I still owe Manny Fresh 369 some Sideshow gift cards. My apologies, buddy. I totally smoked too much weed and forgot to send those to you. So I will get those to you very, very soon. Sorry about that. But yeah, shout out to Joey, and shout out to everybody who was in that 24-hour stream. That was a good time. If you guys missed it, it was last Friday. No, 2 Fridays ago now. 24 hours worth of streaming was a pretty good time. It was hard to keep that show to exactly 2 hours, if I'm honest. But guys, let us know in the chat if you're watching on replay of the 3 figures that have been announced today. Which ones are standing out to you most? Are you a must buy on any of them? It sounds like the Wolverine was a big one for most people. If I was going to choose any of the 3, it would definitely be the Wolverine. However, I don't think any of these have me by the nostalgia heart as much as I would like to commit to buying at this point. There's just so many other things that I've already got on the way. I splurged a little bit on Friday night and bought all 6 Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from 3.0, because I'd seen them in a Buddies collection recently, and they looked freaking awesome. And I was always a Mighty Morphin fan back in the day, so I splurged a little bit on that. So again, just random things like that come up, and then other cool shit happens. So it's good to see. But boys, I'm gonna keep it short. I gotta go to bed. It's midnight here for me. It's a work day tomorrow. Thanks to everybody who came in. Thanks to you guys, Adam and X-Men. Adam, anything coming up on your channel this week, buddy, that we can look forward to? If you guys missed it, you got to check out his Wolverine review with Emily. But
check out my Wolverine and check out my Batfleck 2.0 reviews, both up there, unboxing and reviews, both up there right now. And other than that, going to bed after this.
Going to bed after this. That's fair, man. Anything coming up for you, Dave or X-Men, that you're excited about this week, man?
I woke up when I felt the disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
And I think after this, I might go have a cigar.
Hey, there you go, buddy.
A very Logan thing to do.
I am very glad you're excited, man. That is freaking awesome. Very Logan thing to do. Yeah, 100%. Send a picture. It didn't happen. We'll post it on the Let's Get Nuts next episode. So, speaking of which, we will do a Let's Get Nuts this Sunday because I've got a birthday party to go to the following Sunday that I cannot miss. So we will definitely have Let's Get Nuts this Sunday, same time, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Make sure you guys are there. We're gonna have a few more panelists on. I'm sure we'll be talking about some of these three figures again, and a couple other fun topics that I've put together for some of the entertainment news section and the warm up. So we'll leave you guys there again. Thanks to my panelists. On the way out the door, guys, if you don't mind, hit the like button, share the content if you want to. Definitely appreciate it. But I love you faces, and we'll catch you guys on the next Nut Yard. Thanks, everybody.
Wow, what a great audience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Because subscribing makes you feel good.
Where should I go? What should I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's gone. It's all gone.